So with that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here comes Baltimore's offense. The Ravens finishing the year, Charles, at 8-8. Flacco under center. Finished the year with over 4,300 passing yards. He actually topped Vinny Testaverde for the Ravens' single-season franchise record.
For so many people who wondered, can Joe Flacco actually carry a team? Well, I think it's been answered. He can actually do that. But do they want him to do it? Because the way the Ravens play, their style, predicated on having a really strong running game. They didn't quite get there this year. They had a couple of guys who ran okay, but they needed better performances there to take some of the pressure off of him so then he could bomb it deep to people.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. In this offense, they look towards Steve Smith a lot.
It's a good idea because if you don't, you're going to hear about it. No one plays the wide receiver position angrier or better than Steve Smith Sr.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now West. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward at the first down.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On the ground, it's West again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. All right, as we punch up the starters defensively for the Jets here, Charles, I want to ask you about Darrelle Revis. Some questions surrounding where he fits in going forward. Could he make a move to safety in 2017?
It's hard for those guys who are used to playing one position to make a move later because in their mind, it makes it sound like they can't do it anymore. But think about his predecessors. Ronnie Lott moved from corner to safety. Charles Woodson moved from corner to safety. I think Darrelle Revis can do the exact same thing.
Second down, Flacco now. Deep drop. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, They had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Finding time. Still back there. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They got 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Now the longtime Raven punter, Sam Cook, on to punt it away. He'll look to set up his blockers. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets take possession. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3". Here's Matt Forte with his first carry. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Forte. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Looking back at this year for Matt Forte, best game came in week 2 at 3 touchdowns, rushed for over 100 yards. Altogether, 8-13 on the season. Missed the last couple games with an injury. So how do the Jets look at that position going forward?
Well, I'm about to provide motivation for him because I know that if he hears this, he'll say, I'll show you. But I don't think he's a lead back anymore. I think the Jets need to look to get one of those guys and make Matt Forte a complimentary piece. Be a terrific third down back. He pass blocks well, he catches it terrific out of the backfield, and can surprise you running the football. I still think there's value for him. I just don't see him in the lead role any longer.
The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Many doubted Eric Weddle coming out of college, but they don't anymore. One of the best, most versatile safeties in the league.
They'll try and get it with Forte. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Folk's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now. Here comes the Jet defense. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Bootleg, Flacco. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. A dump off to Forte. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 2nd down, Forte. And an alley to run. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run, combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a New York first.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run. That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Here we go now.
This is the running back, Powell. And some space here. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. On the stop is Sharice Wright.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd down and 4.
Let's go. 3-19.
Looking to throw. And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here we go. 3-19.
So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score, and we will return to MetLife Stadium after this. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jet in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And, the ball's out. Forte loses it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They begin here with a run by West. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They'll run again here with West. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. 3rd and long for Joe Flacco. He's got time in the pocket. And this is going to be incomplete.
Holding offense.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Taken in at the 22. You call that an even 50-yard. The punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here's the Ravens defense as they head out to set up shop. And trailing on the scoreboard last time, able to force the fumble. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
That's exactly right, because what they did last time is help them stay in this game. Being opportunistic, taking the ball away, that can help keep a game tight.
Yeah, we'll see if they can be opportunistic here. They'll be looking to force another turnover. They start on the ground with Forte. Oh, the spin. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Again, they run. Again, it's Forte. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got time. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now Flacco going to give to his fullback, Juszczyk. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to pump the ball. They've done so with that first run.
6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Flacco here on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But if the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll run it with West. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They come out here in the eye. On first down, they go with Dixon. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Let's go a little in-depth on Dixon. He has this year, but the results were mixed. And John Harbaugh, he has said we still need another back. So where does he fit into the picture?
Well, I think he fits squarely into the middle of things, because in recent years, the Ravens, who are used to having one back be the guy, they've actually gone to more of a stable. They've gone to kind of, running back by committee. So I think that that's where he fits in, because he can catch the ball really well out of the backfield, and you don't want to limit that by getting him beat up running the ball inside all the time.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Wide open receiver complete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Setting up the screen for West. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense heels. A red zone first down for Flacco. And Aiken with it over the middle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick along.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Once more, it's Flacco. Catch left side here by Aiken. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Third and just 1. It's Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will knock things 8 in the first half. So they started that drive from the shadows of their own end zone all the way back at the 2, and they're able to get 3 out of it.
And, you know, shadows tend to scare people, right? Not in this case. This offense was not jumpy at all, handled it very well, put themselves into a position to score.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And here's the Ravens defense as they head back out there now. They're hoping to do what they did last time, force another punt. Last time it resulted in a field goal. We'll see if they can get another stop here, though.
And the best defenses are in the business of preventing points and creating points. And that's exactly what these guys did on their last possession. Why? Because they got off the field on 3 and out, turned the ball over to their offense after the punt, and let them roll downfield and put the ball through the post for a field goal.
Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be in a very good matchup. And he'll take this. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Campanaro on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down, Flacco. Room here to run. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. Second down, Flacco now. And he will find his man on the outside. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Surveying the field. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Let's look back now at this closely contested first half. Both the Jets and the Ravens have not had the best success throwing the football. It's a passing league, but these defenses have mostly been able to contain that today. All right, let's roll the highlights. Jets on 2nd and 7. Shotgun pass will be completed, and the play went in after a gain of 50. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. Offense now with the shot after the pick. The quick pass and completion is made, and the pass will end up going for 21 yards. A funnel would later end the drive. Ravens, now they have it at the 45. West is able to get open here, and he ends up at the 19-yard line before he stopped on the play. Unfortunately, they would have to settle for just a field goal. That'll do it for us here at EA Sports Studios. Let's get back out to Brandon and Charles for the call of the second half. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Set to return, here's Nick Marshall. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Forte, the lone running back. Put it up the middle. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
You remember Timmy Jernigan at Florida State. His stoutness that was so impressive there, it still comes into play in the NFL, doesn't it?
If you call stout 300 pounds, and I do, then yes.
Used it well on that play and made a nice tackle for a loss.
3rd down and 5.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
He'll look to throw. Finding time. Look. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Campanaro. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They start on the ground with West. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Holding offense. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Flacco from the gun. Then Steve Smith hauls it in. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get the penalty yardage back exactly, 10 yards, as they'll get it to 2nd and 10. Second down now after the pass completion. Bootleg, Flacco. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we can come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep. Wiley?
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. This is West. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Flacco here on 2nd down. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this is almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to be who's going to make the big play.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Fake to Allen. Here's Flacco. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Baltimore. A big rush, and it's blocked. Jets come after him, and they get him. But they will stop him before he gets to the marker, and they will take over after the blocked punt. So much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
All right, here we go.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
Forte, the lone running back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
The gun, they'll look to throw, and that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Set, blue,
This is Forte. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. On the ground, Forte. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Matt Forte taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have taken the lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Nick Folk for the point after. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a Matt Forte touchdown run. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, look at the juke. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's West. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
a toss. This is West. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Flacco looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. The drive begins with a run by Forte. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. And complete over the middle, Safarian Jenkins. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Third down and 3. They'll come out in the pistol. Third down, here's Forte. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now let's go.
They'll off, running right, Forte. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Here's Powell. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. They come up at an offset eye. They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly, sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Incomplete on 1st down. Now Flacco on 2nd. He hits West underneath. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And this one caught by Max Williams. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. Once more, it's Flacco. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw. Looking for someone to throw to. He's got it to West on the dump off. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. He's got time. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Forte, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Now let's go.
They run with Powell. And he is going to... And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on for the fifth time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Setting to throw. Flacco. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.